My reading with the vocabulary lesson is this book called I Was So Mad by Mercer Mayer. And the vocabulary words included in this book, two of them are these. The words are allow and frustrated. Allow means let someone have or do something. Frustrated means mad or upset because you cannot do something you want to do. Allow and frustrated. Allow means let someone have or do something. Frustrated means mad or upset because you cannot do something you want to do. If you think you can see the picture that shows allow, please point to it, and then point to the picture that shows frustrated. Did you pick this one for allow? Mm-hmm. The word allow looks like this. And you picked this picture for frustrated. The word for frustrated looks like this. Allow and frustrated. We'll see how they come into or included in the story. Okay, next two. These pictures show messages of the words practice and decide. Practice, decide. Practice means do something over and over so that you can do it better. Decide means make up your mind about something. Practice, do something over and over so that you can do it better. Decide, make up your mind about something. Please point to the picture that you think shows practice and point to the picture that you think shows decide. Is this the picture you thought for practice? This is what the word practice looks like. Then this must be the word you thought went with the word decide. This is what the word decide looks like. Okay, let's see how those fit into the story that I have for today called I Was So Mad. I Was So Mad by Mercer Mayer. Or you can tell by his face. Its face, her face. I wanted to keep some frogs in the bathtub, but Mom wouldn't let me. Okay. I was so mad. Would your mom let you do that? I wanted to play with my little sister's dollhouse, but Dad wouldn't let me. I was so mad. But do you see how playing is? It's climbing into the tiny house. No wonder his sister looks like that. I wanted to play hide and seek in the clean sheets drying outside, but Grandma said, "No, you can't." I was just so mad. Have you ever seen anybody dry clothes outside? Let the air and the wind dry it. I wanted to water the garden, but Grandpa said, "No, you can't." Look at how really irresponsibly it's kind of flooding the plants, not just watering them. Ew. So I decided to decorate the house. But Grandpa said, "No, you can't do that either." Look, painting the house like it's a piece of paper. Oh, man. Dad said, "Why don't you play in the sandbox?" I didn't want to do that. Mom said, "Why don't you play on the slide?" I didn't want to do that either. It was too mad. I wanted to practice my juggling show instead with eggs. But Mom said, "No, you can't." I wanted to tickle the goldfish. But Mom said, "Leave the goldfish alone. Wow. How old do you think this character is? Those are a lot of questionable decisions. You won't let me do anything I want to do, I said. I guess I'll run away. That's how mad I was. A thinking strategy for when we're reading is to make connections. Sometimes we do that with a thought of, this reminds me of. Can you think of a connection right now you have at a time when you were told you could not do something and maybe you thought or felt that you should be able to? Did anyone give you a reason of why they said no? As we're reading and listening to stories, it's good to try to make a connection. And we do that by thinking, this reminds me of. Lots of times we're mad when things don't go right or the way we expected. So I packed my wagon with my favorite toys. Thinking he might be feeling that. And I packed a bag of goodies to eat on the way. It sounded like he did some deciding because he wasn't allowed to do things he thought he should be able to do. Then I walked out the front door, but my friends were going to the park to play ball. Can you come too? They asked. Can I go? And Mom said I could. There was a good decide moment. I'll run away tomorrow if I'm still so mad. Good luck with that. Can you think of a part in the story where the idea of allow was happening? What he was allowed to do and what he was not allowed to do? And how about a moment of someone being frustrated, mad or upset because you cannot do something you want to do? Or decide, making up your mind about something. And then practice the eggs part, doing something over and over again so that you can do it better. As we're reading, different ways we can check what we understand or comprehend about our reading is to take moments and make a connection. This reminds me of. That's something to do in lots of, if not all of the books and stories we hear about.